go ahead and say that you a pimp or you trying to have some hoery or something like this. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And that's why I say you allow. Somebody said to something, it was like it was a skit or something that went around, like a short or whatever, and she said, see, you allow a little gay shit. You allow a little nonsense, and the shit just get out of hand. It's not happening here. That's why I said motherfuckers ain't been in Africa 1,000, 400, 500, 600 years. Do you get what I'm saying? It could still take a village to raise children, and the sisterhood don't have to be dead. Brotherhood ain't got to be dead. But that shit right there, it's a no. In America, it ain't going. Matter of fact, they need to go and change whatever the fuck they'd already put in order. One of them, they could probably go stay in these states or whatever, but I feel like they should remove that shit, period. Totally. Nobody should be able to do it. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. I can already see where it's going. It ain't been the women that have been trying to that have not been trying to be good women or take care of their men or whatever. They just end up getting taken advantage of. It ain't the women that's not ready to love these men or take them or something. It's these men that feel like, oh, well, damn, maybe I didn't want a baby. Or, oh, well, I don't even think I need, go in the back.
Mom, should I get my coat?
It don't seem that cold, but if you...
Right?
Okay, go ahead. But you're going to sit in the back seat because stuff up here. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with business partners and stuff like this. But when you're talking about marriage, that's a whole nother thing. And this is these men trying to raise themselves to be kings on the earth. You know, you could be a king in your house, but you ain't even made it that far yet. You ain't even done the work to make it that fucking far to be no kings over there. You're moving too fast. You ain't even healed. What I said was black women, I was noticing, was making changes and going back to loving themselves in a natural way of being. I didn't say the men was doing that. The men still looking for somebody with a cute face and a slim waist and a big ass. A big fake plumped up ass booty. You see what I'm saying? It's all, they ain't even well pleased by their fucking man. And you mean you want to tell you ain't even learned her body all day, and you want to bring another bitch into the picture? You haven't even learned how to please the one you got. Most of the time, women is going around unfulfilled by sexual energy on this motherfucking planet. Period. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Men just go to the next without being judged. The woman is not being, she's not being fulfilled, and it's a problem because she want to go elsewhere. Somebody is mad. Somebody is mad. Somebody is in somebody else's seat right now, and you mad because somebody was made to be a natural person to be able to water the garden, and you mad because of what you seen behind the scenes, and it's mostly your family and the other families that got together and did MK Ultra on some of these women to make them behave that way. You get what I'm saying? Some of it could have been just their natural tendencies. Some of these women could be castrated men. Who knows? It was natural for them to sell their royal oats. Just like somebody that has a male form. Because some of these people with a male form, they're not males. They got turned that way. And they're actually females. People get on my nerves. It's nothing natural about it. And what I keep on saying about the Bible, there were certain people, certain breeds or certain people that God allowed to have these other wives. And you have to realize that there is a bit of the Quran in the Bible. And so these people, some of this stuff is based on the Muslim religion. That's why the Bible and the Quran are very similar in some senses. It's just the story. It's the storyline. Of course, it's not pointing it out to you. You would have to be able to know the word. But of course, the interactions with different religions or beliefs and stuff is in the Bible. Yes.
Is it wet on the floor because of the snow melt?
It may be melting snow, but it might have rained. I don't know. No, it might be snow because I don't really see no rain on the windshield. But so I don't know who's doing what and who's pulling strings and who's doing whatever this is. But I'm telling you right now, it just ain't gonna flow here. And I'm saying the states that do offer it, since people gonna be tempted, because these states they should shut that shit down. Period. And people should be allowed to do whatever they want to do and have multiple wives somewhere else in another nation. In another nation. Do you understand? So when Trump was saying there's going to be a third world country, and that's why I said somebody done been altered now. Somebody done been altered. Somebody say a lot of shit with their mouth, but they really ain't doing that behind the scenes, or that's not what they plan on doing when they get in that seat. Because all these motherfuckers been compromised. There is no good man unless it's hiding in a woman. That's why God did different this time. This is why it was done different. Do you understand? And I just got the song Enemy. So somebody is looking at somebody as an enemy, but this person is not the chosen one. You've been able to go in the dark or behind the scenes and steal from me and steal my money, steal my abundance, steal my essence, and go on the road with this rodeo show or whatever the fuck this is. But you're not the Christ. You're not the God, and you're not the Christ. You know how I know? Because I am. Whoever this is that I'm even talking to. Even if this is this Houdini spouse that bounced out or been always just watching me from the background, but they was never really a part of the marriage. So anybody want to question what the fuck going on with me or what went on with me in my marriage, question that. Somebody didn't never cut the cord like God said and go and cleave on to your wife. They went and they took something from me and they went and hid out with their mama and them and their sister and them. And that's why you got these motherfuckers that's in these strange situations here with this incest in these family and shit like that. And incest don't have to mean that you actually having sex with your family members. It could mean that there is some type of maybe we'll look up the word later, because I think I did a breakdown on it a long time ago, but it don't necessarily mean that you're actually laying in the bed with, but this is you doing business deals with, and it just, or something with money or something. It could be something that's being done behind your wife's back, so the wife will be out in the cold, or she will not be aware of what's going on with her family unit because of what the family has been. And a lot of this shit turns into trafficking. Stop. The wife. I'm not doing anything. A lot of this turns into I'm about to let you out. Hold on.
No, right here.
It ends up ending in trafficking of the wife. I love you too. In her own land. It's almost like trying to make somebody look like a fool in their own land. You're languishing in your so-called own land. And these people are taking these principles or whatever from wherever they come from and placing them on you and your family. And most of the time, it's your children. It's the American woman's children in her that's left out in the cold with nothing. And these other women that's from Africa and other these places that have been planted here, they end up growing and they end up being the one that's looked at as the monetary gain in the family. But usually it's off the energy of the first original wife and children that carry that energy, or they have ties to the land. The bitches ain't even put in on it. You just know how to take the fuck out of it. And that's why you're going to get the fuck up out of it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm big motherfucking chieftain around here. And I'm going to tell you one thing, motherfucker put me in some shit and I find out about it, you motherfuckers going to jail. And you're leaving this bitch with nothing. I'm taking every motherfucking thing. So I don't know what they got going on. I don't know if they took this masculine 2 years ago, showed him my whole history or some shit like this. You think you about to get back at somebody because the way that God made me, or the way that your parents and my parents or whatever made me, motherfucker, instead of standing strong. That's what I'm talking about right there. And saying, oh, hell no. Somebody feeling like right now, y'all got me around all these women. Somebody might be enjoying themselves because they have a sex addiction. And somebody is saying, this shit ain't even really for me. She did love me. She ain't even doing, ever since I left, she still ain't even doing nothing. And she don't even really, ain't even sure if I left. She ain't doing nothing. Y'all out of your mind. It ain't happening here. It ain't happening here. I already been raised above all these men because of what the fuck you try to sneak and do and siphon my energy to feed your bitches and all this other whatever you've been doing all these years. You're not getting away with it. It's not going to happen here. It's not. It's a way for foreigners to come in here and benefit off of the blood, sweat, and tears that have been laid here on this pavement, on this soil by my fucking ancestors in my land, and it's not going to stand. These are the plants that was planted in some of us highbrow children that we are walking around here probably homeless, don't have a place to lay your head, and these other motherfuckers that laid themselves, it's in the Bible, they done made themselves kings amongst the earth and made your motherfucking ass paupers. Because you listening to these motherfuckers, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, oh yeah. Do a secret survey on women in this country and see how many women is being pleased to the max by their fucking husband that they've been with for more than 5 to 10 years. Go ahead and do it. Because anytime a man goes sticking and poking his thing in something, it's going to feel, or it's a different color, oh, it smells different, oh, the ass is fatter, the titties is bigger. You're just nasty. And you're not going to get away with it. I don't care. You're not. You don't know how to tend to a woman. You don't. Because that shit will never come out of your mouth. You're going to have to do that somewhere else. Y'all going to have to do that somewhere else. You got to go somewhere else where they allow that. It ain't allowed here. You got to go somewhere else. And you can freely do it all you want. It's probably cheaper there. All the money that you stole from some of these Americans in the trust funds and stuff like this, you could be fine going over there to Africa and doing that shit or somewhere else. You just ain't doing it here. It's a motherfucking command. It's a closed case. It's a done deal. These women are secret. They're just coming out of the dirt, out of the darkness, and doing what they've been doing from behind the scenes, selling out the women and the children and the girls here to these different men. You just coming out of these are just horns coming out of the dark. That's what they've been doing. They just want to do it right in front of your face. They just want to do it right in front of your face. They don't want to hide it no more. It's outlandish. You got the opportunity to be almost anything you want to do, be here, except for that. And then you got a whole bunch of low vibrating women with no high standards, all right, that are raising children, men, boys and girls, that are seeing that. And they're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Low self-esteem. It's low self-esteem. It's thirsting women here in America, especially from not having men or the appropriate men or men that's going to do right by them, or, oh girl, you might as well just let them or something like this. No. I mean, if the woman is not enough, get your ass up, tell her to her face, and leave the place. Why are you doing such snake shit trying to clone yourself and leave a relationship? Nobody can ever heal from that type of trauma, because you are going to hold on. It's going to take you a long time because you're holding on. And I was just thinking about that. I said, well, God loves somebody, because I was picking up that, there is a situation here where somebody didn't want somebody to feel pain or hurt or anger or something like this, so they could have hid this. Somebody didn't want you to hurt. They saw you some kind of way and they didn't want you to hurt, and so they decided to take away your opportunity to grieve if somebody's been taken. So they put somebody in a likeness. But it also has something to do with a deeper, darker story or history as to what's been going on here for at least the past 20 years in a sinister way. All right. While they have had somebody in a mental prison or something like this that's supposed to be the chieftain. or a healer or the Christ or something like this? Because you can build a real heavy bond with people, just making money with them, getting money, making money moves, business. These are people that can't. I ain't even seen some black people yet go together and buy a mall or buy something. You know, like I said, I can't tell you what everybody is, but I'm pretty sure people not being public about it. But why not? Why not? Why aren't you being public if you are? If black people are learning how to buy something new and turn it into something, a franchise or something like this, and they're all putting their money. Most black people can't even stay in the same fucking house together. Mexicans can come over here and you can have about 10 of them in the crib, and they doing their thing until they can get the fuck up out of there, and they can be studious with each other and work with each other in that household or something. Most black people cannot do that. We don't operate like that. So how you gonna tell me that that's natural? Most black people probably be already having a panic attack if your mama or your brother or your auntie or your cousin said they had to come. So I'm saying most. By the time a week or two go by, you looking at this motherfucker like, yeah, so you said how long? I love you to death, but goddamn, you crazy. You crazy. It's just not gonna happen. That's probably why they're trying to get rid of the American black woman, that breed. That's probably why they're doing what they're doing to me, or that's why we would have to know that the Christ would be a feminine energy, and this is what the people were doing. Some man was allowing somebody that had more power or ranking with these other groups or these secret societies, because that's what this is all about, is breaking down the soil or getting it to be subdued, or her to be subdued. It's a motherfucker that's sitting in my seat that's trying to keep me restricted and blinded, so I can't find my way to my destiny. And you gonna sit your ass in my destiny and think that I'm about to sit back and let it happen and let it ride? Somebody is out of their mind. I can feel it. I can feel that it's a masculine energy that came in, tried to fake befriend, fell off into some shit. They was on the right track for 1 minute, and then they took this opportunity. They seen that somebody was struggling. You sat there and let me drown. I ain't dead, motherfucker, and you about to be gone. Right over there to wherever the fuck you want to go, where you think you about to have to the soul of what's going on with my children. Selling off our energy and trafficking us in the household. You best be. I hope that ain't what I'm even discovering from waking up.